I'm pretty sure you feel the same way. Just to kick back and relax in life and get away from the ratness, the rotten people, and just pursue a different life, get a better head start, you know? I'm no one to preach to you. I'm not Mr. Perfect. Believe me, I've got so many faults, way more than even you do in your crazy life you live. But
I'm a preschool teacher.
I don't wish, and I don't want any ill will on you. And animosity and anger is not good for the heart. I'm not angry at you. You know I love you. And I don't say that about anybody. Never, ever.
I don't know.
Only Ashley, the other girl I wanted to get to know. And she left her mom, you know, or she got arguments with her mom. Not her mom, her sister. And they were, getting along, and she's a real friendly, quiet girl. She's like the girl you'd see on Nickelodeon and you know, the Mickey Mouse Club growing up. But, I don't want to pursue anybody that way. There's young ladies and young...
Mr. Perry, nobody asked you what you think. No one asked you. You were not asked. Stop contacting me. Stop contacting me. Stop contacting me. How many different times do I need to say it for you, Alzheimer's, for you to get it? Stop contacting me. Your own guy said the more Charles pesters her and the more he takes her money, things don't go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before. I said, don't contact me. Mr. Perry, I moved twice to get away from you. I moved twice to not have a fight with you. Nobody knew for 4 years that you had a sicko problem. Because I believed you're a grown-ass man and you can control yourself and put a stop to it. When I asked you to stop, one time should have been enough. One time. Every fucking day, I scream and yell in these podcasts asking you to fuck off and leave me the fuck alone. Don't ask me who told on you. No one cares about that. You know what everybody cares about? That you're fucking raping me in my own home. I've asked you not to contact me. I don't care what you think. You're as Looney Tune as this guy. We're not a couple. We're not in love. You got a mental problem. Quit icking and sliding that all over me. Get the fuck out of my life. Do not contact me again. Do not, sir. Contact me again. I don't want to hear it. We're not a couple. You're delusional. Just like this guy. Did you see the look on her face? What in the fuck is wrong with you? Mr. Perry, what in the fuck is wrong with you? What in the fuck is your problem? Leave me the fuck alone. You had 4 years to stop it. I kept my mouth shut from 2011 until 2014. I was already long gone from Lubbock. I left. I hate you. Get off me. I don't care what you think. I really do not care what you think. And when you start threatening me, you need to remember who it is you're fucking talking to. Nobody's caught your crime like me. No one. I can't do that myself. You come around my house, whoever you people are working for him, you come around my home, you start digging in my trash, you start watching what I'm doing, you're getting a wiretap on you, I promise. You're going to be used, with my Uber Eats job to try to hurt me for Mr. Perry. You're getting a wiretap on you, I promise. We can't do this. I'm told they have to have them in some situations. Other situations, they've got leaks. Mr. Perry, when you fuck with me, you get caught. More than ever in your life. You never get a date. You never will. You make me throw up. You make me throw up. I'm not in love with you. I can't make that more clear. Keep up with everybody else. Your conduct is deviant. It's sickening. It's disturbing to other people. You do have leaks. Leave me the fuck alone. You sick son of a bitch. Your peep and poke thing makes me so mad. Oh my God, it makes me mad. Leave me alone, sir. Leave me alone, sir. Look at this. That's just from the weekend. We wanted Manford police to arrest her again. You've been threatening a false arrest since the McNamara email. Everyone knows that you just want to do the same thing, another version. Same song, second verse. Everyone knows it. It's been said over and over and over and over. You little retards, come on. Your stupid is insane. It's insane. We all know you want to do a second version of the McNamara email because you got caught being a sex weirdo, and I know that, and you want to cover it up. It's not. It's more uncovered than ever. Your $25 million didn't do a fucking thing, did it? You wanted me to go, I heard the recording of you, David and Charles, calling my school. Hold on her loan money. Hold on to it. Don't give it to her. And then you wanted me to go to Manford. First, you had the judge deny my motion to vacate. The very next day, you knew I was going to Manford because you hacked me. Because you won't leave my family alone. I came here to get away from you, motherfucker. I'm not in love with you. It doesn't go both ways. You're as whack job as Neil. Leave me the fuck alone. Then you don't need a cover-up. You get off your fat, lazy ass, and you go fucking work, and don't contact me again. When you do, we get more of these. More and more and more. You are claiming blackmail. And somebody else said there is no blackmail. She doesn't own the recordings. They're not hers. Those go before a judge, Mr. Perry. You don't like a wiretap order? Then shut up and go away. And if you're helping him, you're gutting one on you too. Leave me the fuck alone, Mr. Perry. Leave me alone. I don't like you. You're nasty. You're a gross little old man. I don't like you. I don't like you. I get that you went around and you lied to everybody and you said, oh, we had a secret wedding. Look, she signed my marriage certificate because Lucky asked me about it and Pinto asked me about it. You're delusional. You need help. You got Alzheimer's because I say the same thing every fucking day and you guys all act like it's not been said before. Since 2017, Mr. Perry's was recorded talking about planning to frame me for a murder. He was taking my cigarettes from work. He was taking my gum from Lady Godiva's. I put something about it on the docket. Then he started doing it at Sensations when I changed jobs. Everybody knows it. Philip has probably 30 email about it. So he can plant at a murder that happened 30 years ago. When I didn't even smoke then. I've never fired a gun. You want to put a gun in the back of my trunk. Mr. Perry, it's been said over and over and over and over. She respects Manford Police. Let's get Manford Police to do it because we need a gaslighter. We're not, you're recorded over and over. 3,700 times your attorney says that you know of. Philip has probably 3 times that. We have 10. Mr. Perry, get a grip on reality. You're not getting a date ever. You never get a date. You get this. You're recorded. We got evidence that you're planning a crime against me. What judge is hearing that? That's not blackmail. I'm telling you what's happening, and you're not getting it. Nobody has made you a victim of a fucking thing but you. You are ridiculous with this bullshit. I said, don't contact me. What I mean by that, sir, is don't fucking contact me. Do not hack, do not peep. This Pope and peek thing. I told Dr. Russell he pokes and pokes and pokes and pokes and pokes, and you're supposed to ignore a stalker. You're supposed to. But she said, but what you've got with Charles is he'll escalate to where you can't ignore it because he can't get attention any other way. I don't like you. I can't stand you. Don't fucking come around my house. Anybody that wants to work for Perry and you come around my fucking house, you're getting a wiretap on you, I promise. I don't have to do that. The guys that helped me, the Fabian Puzzle, they got that to me in jail. It's not just somebody's name, random guy's name, and it wasn't just at some random time. It was when I was in jail, illegally detained, against my will, for trying to get police to protect me who are locals. Then Fabian's name is on that. It's intersecting with the word hope. If they can do that, I promise you, you drive by my home, you will have a wiretap on you. And that expanded to burner phones, I'm told. You leave me the fuck alone. You want to be used by these men? Working for Charles? Sex pervert weirdo club? Mensa queens? You want to get yourself involved in that? Please understand, there are consequences already. Do you want to have that on you? I suggest you tell them no, like me and everybody helping us. Okay? I don't want you coming around my home. I don't. I don't want you digging through my trash. You mind your own business. Or every time you talk on the phone, my guys are listening to you, I promise. Get the fuck off me, rapist. Get the fuck off me. Do not contact me again, any of you. Leave me the fuck alone. That's all I ever asked. Leave me the fuck alone. Quit being a nosy body. Mind your own business. Go fuck yourself. Leave me alone. If you're a power guy, you can find a date with a woman that likes you. I don't. I don't like you. I've said that. Get the words said to you the first time, like everybody else. When you commit a crime, people don't like it when you do that, or it wouldn't be a crime. It's not just deviant, it's criminal deviant. You go to jail. You could pay everybody in Oklahoma, Mr. Perry. You're not getting to my guys, are you? They don't want your money. I don't want your money. I want legitimate money you owe me that we get through the court process. A normal, judges aren't bought process, sir. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. We get all this. There is no blackmail. In exchange for your bribery offer, what did I say? If you want to give me something, give back whatever it is you took that belonged to me and get the fuck out of my life. I don't want bribe money. I'm not going to lie for you. I don't want your lie money. I don't want it. Nor do my guys. They would have popped out by now. It's a need to know. It would have become an unneed to know if they wanted your money, you little bitch. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone. So you guys want Manford, because she respects Manford. It has to be them that do the arrest. I've said it now. It's duly noted for the record. Go fuck yourself. Do it. You want to do it? Fine. Be willing to live with the consequences, like everything else. Do you understand me? You're not getting it slow. You're a mental slow, Charles. It's embarrassing to me. I don't like you. Understand what those words mean. When you fuck with me, we get more of these. You have no idea. I don't like you. When you bother me, when you pester me, when you peep and poke. Peep, Mr. Perry. You're a peepin' Tom. How embarrassing. That's not... You live in a pretend world. You embarrass me. You don't have that right. Go be with your family and leave me and mine alone. I'm not asking you, sir. The more you bother me, the more we get these. The more you bother me, the more of these we get. The more you bother me, the more of these we get. The more you bother me, the more of these we get. Can you not get that? It's been that way for years. McNamara email was the first. What the fuck is wrong with you? So we got all this. What's this one about? He's just hunting and pecking for a way to arrest her again. He's just hunting and pecking for something. Every fucking day for 6 years. Yes, sir, you're right. That is exactly what he's done. Plant evidence. We got to get her car. We got to put that gun in her trunk. Blah, blah, blah. Recording after recording after recording after recording. 50 recordings, Richard, about you talking about getting my ringtone. 50 of them. Probably more now. You want my ringtone. You want to get my ringtone, Richard. We all know, Richard, you want my ringtone. Richard, we know you want my ringtone. Mr. Richard, we 50 fucking times for like a year. You want my ringtone. And now we got a guy going, well, you can't say she's crazy when she's got 50 recordings that she can testify she heard, whether they're hers or not, that you want a ringtone. Those led to an email about it. So, and then there's 9 pages. Not 9 phone calls. 9 pages of phone calls within a few days of you trying to get my ringtone. Now I can say I told you so. No, I'm not crazy. Fuck you. I don't know who the fuck you are, Richard, but we don't like you. Probably got a wiretap on you too. I would say chances are very high. Everything you say is heard by these guys helping me. They pull it in. They pull it in. And then they play for me what they think I need to hear. There's some I haven't heard yet, Richard. Jesus. You want to be the bitch of a sex pervert? That's your choice. I'm sure you can live with it. I'm sure, sir, you can live with it. So, we got all this because Mr. Perry likes to peep and poke and peep and poke and peep and poke and peep instead of getting the fuck off his lazy ass and working. How embarrassing. How fucking embarrassing. I wouldn't walk into a room with you, Mr. Perry, for millions. You fucking embarrassed the shit out of me. You're strange. You're stupid. I can't stand you. I left. You're pathetic. Grow up and act like a fucking man. Everybody gets rejected. Everybody else moves on. They don't go, weirdo. What's wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Leave me the hell alone. You want to use people for my Uber Eats gig? Make sure you give them a notice beforehand. They need to sign it because you're creating a liability for yourself. When you do this, when you work for us like this, you could be sued. And you might have a wiretap order on you. They get your phone number. You might have a wiretap order on you. If you want to be the bitch of a sex pervert, that's your choice, Richard. That's your choice. So when I'm telling you, when I'm doing these fucking podcasts and I'm telling you, here's the deal, and you don't listen, that's your problem. Don't ask how did she find out. How did she know? Oh, Lordy, we got hay in the mouth. Oh, we're out here on the plains, riding in our covered wagons where we beat up women and makes us feel tough. You gonna act like that? Make sure you understand you could be sued. You could go to jail too. I don't know. That's not up to me, is it? Leave me the fuck alone. You better make people start signing a waiver. You've been hereby notified. You help Perry, you might get a wiretap on you. Please don't sue the recruiter. Right? Don't you need that? Mark, don't you need to develop some sort of waiver of liability so you guys don't all get sued? When somebody's wiretap order, whatever, comes out in a criminal trial or a civil trial, or their name gets said on, somewhere in a criminal trial or a civil trial or anywhere at all. Desiree, Blankenship, Z, Jim, Kim. I mean, who are these people, Charles? Who the fuck are those people? I don't know them. Who's Desiree? I don't know her. I know 5 Jims. I know 5 Kims. Which one? I know 20 ties. Which one, sir? Which one were you asking me about? Is this a leak? Is this a leak? Nobody's going to help you with that. We want you gone. We want you gone. We want for you to be gone. We don't want to be bothered by you again. We are sick of you. Everyone is sick and tired of you and your bullshit and your drama and your Jerry Springer show and your ick and slime and your mental illness and your disease everywhere. Leave us alone. Work. Get off your fat lazy ass and fucking go work. And that way you don't need a cover up. Don't ask me again who told. I will never help you. You know how you get cooperation? You be nice. A man's kindness brings blessings. His cruelty will be his downfall. You are raping me, sir. Nobody consented to cameras in my home. Nobody consented to hacking. And no fucking way would I ever sign any kind of document being in any kind of relationship with you at all, for sure. Not a marriage. Fucking give me a divorce now if you filed that somewhere. It's marriage fraud. You're a criminal. You love the fraud and you love the perjury because you have done it over and over and over, and you'll get caught and you'll just go do it again. And then we get more of these. More recordings of you. What is wrong with you? Control yourself. You look ridiculous and you're pissing everybody off. I don't want to hear from you. I didn't ask you what you think. I didn't ask you, Mr. Perry, what you think. You weren't asked. Stop butting in. Stop being nosy. Go fuck off. Go do things with Jackie and Jordan and Matthew. People need to see you doing things with Jackie, Jordan, and Matthew, working at your job in Lubbock, seeing constituents, campaigning, whatever the fuck you got to do, but don't be anywhere near me. Do not get anywhere near me. Stay away from me. We're sick of this. I'm tired of repeating myself. You guys get up in a new world every 5 minutes and you act like I've never said this before. I have screamed it and yelled it and screamed it and yelled it for a decade. Stop doing this to me. Stop it. There's all this. You wanted me at Zeos. David has a hookup at Zeos. Duly noted. Duly fucking noted for like the 800th time. It's already been said. Don't act like it's new news. It's been said. I didn't kill Caitlin Arquette. I didn't know Caitlin Arquette. I've never fired a gun in my life. Never held a gun in my life. You are not going to find pictures of me at a shooting range. I've never been to a shooting range. Not legit. I guess Perry can Photoshop something now that I've said that. I don't do gun. It's not my thing. Don't do it. Never done it. So how do you shoot someone in the head if you've never held a gun? I didn't know Kate. We didn't hang out with the same people. We didn't go to the same schools. I didn't know anything about that until her mom wrote that book after they figured out who killed her. So you want to take my cigarettes from now. I didn't smoke then. You want to take my gum from my work now. See, notice all this stuff is coming out after I met Mr. Perry in 2010. Before that, nobody suspected me of that. Nobody thought about that. Mr. Perry needs a lie. He saw me talking to Lois on Facebook. So he thought that up. He's taken all my shit from my work now to plant at a crime from 30 years ago. We all talked about this in 2017, the first time he was recorded talking about it. How many recordings are there of Mr. Perry and all his little fuckers, and maybe you too, talking about framing me for that murder? Huh? You need to know that, sir. You're going to have to answer some of those questions in court. Which court? I'm not allowed to tell you that, sir. I am not allowed to talk about that, sir. But you know there is something, don't you? Leave me the fuck alone. If there's an email about it, there's a recording or 2 or 3 already before a judge. Because when they want to get another wiretap, they need some probable cause. Look, listen to this, judge. So now we need one on Richard, not just Charles, not just Dave. Now we need on Richard too. So don't complain. You asked for it. All you had to do is leave me alone, misogynist asshole. Leave me the fuck alone. I am not in love with Charles Perry. Everybody knows that but him. He sits around on his fat lazy ass watching TV pretending. He doesn't know what's fact or fiction. He doesn't have any idea what's fact or fiction. I've never shot a gun in my life. Never held a gun in my life. Never been to a shooting range. That's not my thing. It's just not. And he's sent me at least 2 people trying to get me to a shooting range. Because he needs it now. And he's not going to get it. I'm still me. I still don't like guns. I really don't. If somebody breaks into my house and they want to shoot me, then they clearly need to be on the earth longer than me. I feel like when I die, I'm going to go to heaven. If they're here to kill me, probably they're not. So they need to be here longer so they can get their heart right with God. They want to shoot me, let them shoot me. All right? That's my feeling on the whole thing. That's my feeling on guns. I don't kill people. If I wanted to kill somebody, I have plenty of motive to kill Charles. And this would have been over a long time ago, would it not? Back when he first started butting in with Fabian. When he first started threatening a false arrest. I need a cover-up. I need a lie. You hurt my feelings. You rejected me. I'm a girl. I'm a little girl. I'm a drama queen. Instead of just moving on like the rest of us do and find somebody else. I hate your guts. You make my skin crawl. You are the nastiest, grossest man I've ever met in my life. Ever. I don't do gun. I didn't shoot Kate. I didn't know Kate. Never heard of her. If I wanted somebody dead, Charles, it would have been you a long time ago. And that would have saved me a whole lot of trouble. That's not my way. I will tell you this. I don't go where you are, and I never will. You come where I am, I'm not going to let you get close enough to me to see what weapon you have. Syringe. Pill. Some magic pill you're going to kill me with. I will kick your ass. You will wake up on planet something else. But you will not touch me. Ever. You are a dangerous man. You are a dangerous fucking man. You walk around acting like you're a holier than thou. You are a dangerous fucking man. And that's what this is about. Because I know that. If I have all this and so many, I told you so, but I did tell you, but we told you so, but we said that's what he was planning, but we did tell you this, and we did tell you that. And Mike Neely was drugged, and oh yeah, he doesn't have a mark on him. And you cannot possibly beat someone to death and have not a mark on you. And then for a year, I'm screaming and ranting and raving. They're harassing me. I'm a witness. I know he didn't do it. I know he didn't do it. They're harassing me. They're starving me. They're taunting. They're threatening me. I'm getting threatened. 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 And they're not going to let me testify for a year. Now you have a reporter that said that. If there was any doubt at all in our minds, you guys were right. There's not now. She screamed and yelled and ranted for a year. He's not going to let me testify. I know what happened that night. I said it before anybody else did. And he's harassing me and he's starving me and he's harassing, witness tampering, went on and on and on. And she ranted. And he did exactly what she said. He did it exactly what she said, which he wouldn't have had he not committed that murder. And there is a man in jail right now, Mr. Perry. You pissed off all kinds of cops all over the country when you did that. Good luck to ya. You're pathetic. I don't want to hear from you. I didn't ask you what you think. And you need to fucking remember who it is you're talking to. Remember who, sir, it is that you're talking to. The first person to catch you in your crime. Like we have. No one has done what we've done. Richard. Do not forget who you're talking to. Look at the evidence all over this. It's everywhere. It's all over this. Recording after recording after recording after recording after recording after recording after recording. You make sure, Mr. Richard, or whoever the fuck else is kissing the ass of a sex pervert willingly, that you get people to sign a disclaimer, notifying them up front that they might be a target of a wiretap order on a criminal case involving Mr. Perry. Make sure you tell them up front. Do you understand? You don't have a choice. Get a waiver of you could get sued. Or go to jail. You heard of, anytime you misrepresent facts and you talk somebody into doing something for you and you didn't bother to tell them the whole story, there's a thing called fraud. Coercion. Read Title 18 of the United States Code, Section 1512 and 1513, Mr. Perry. You do it all day, every day, and I fucking hate you for it. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. That is not a date. That is crime. You're about to go to jail. Recording after recording after recording after recording. And all day long, Mr. Perry types in my phone, is it this person? Is it that person? Is asking who it is. He does it every fucking day. And every fucking day, it's the same thing. I will never help you. I want for you to be gone. Once you're in jail, there's not going to be any more typing in my phone. There's not going to be any more people taking pictures of me or going through my trash. There's not going to be any more people following me around. There's not going to be any more people finding out where I am, what I'm doing, who I'm with, because they hacked me or they got cameras on my house. Illegally. Illegal means you know where I am and where I'm going and what I'm doing. Jesus. You get caught and you go right back at it. And then you want to know who told. I will never help you. When you're gone, you won't do that to me anymore. Ever. Richard, if I wanted to kill somebody, it would have been him. But that's not my way. It would have been him a long time ago. But that's not my way. I don't shoot guns, never have, ever. I've not even held a weapon. Not even held one. And you can't take my cigarettes from now and plant them out of murder 30 years ago when I didn't even smoke. And when I did start smoking, it wasn't that brand. There are incidentals on my hands now, cuts, scrapes, scars that are on my hands now, and certainly from 2010 to when which is the year I met Mr. Perry, unfortunately, or maybe it's a job. Mr. Perry, are you a job? Was I sent to Lubbock to catch the bad guy? See, you don't know. And I'm going to keep mixing it up so you're never sure. And I'm going to do that intentionally. It's a need to know. So all the stuff on my hands from whenever Kate was murdered 30 years ago, I didn't even know exactly when it was. I think I was 18 or 19. That's what I know. Whatever year that was, to 2010, how many incidentals were on my hands just the time I met him? Golly. I don't know what the hell's wrong with you, Perry. Everyone knows you need a lie. You need a cover-up. You want to intimidate me. I got to put her back in jail, and then I'm going to go tell her, if you'll lie and apologize, we just need you to apologize. You told somebody that. That was recorded, by the way. You argued with somebody, and he kept telling you, no, I'm not going to help you. No, I'm not going to help you. I don't believe you. That doesn't make any sense. You're lying, didn't he? And you said, finally, can I just be candid with you? I'm doing exactly what she said, but we just need her to apologize. I'll make it worth your while. And his answer was, sir, I understand you've paid out $25 million and did not get a cover-up, so my recommendation is that you just leave her alone. You think? Finally, somebody else tells you what we think all day. What the fuck is wrong with this? Here's your shovel, dig away. Most people are smart enough to stop digging when you're this deep. This site right here, Richard, I want you to do a search on it about the second false arrest, Caitlin Arquette's murder. I mean, it's already here from way back. Mr. Perry was recorded talking about planning me for a murder. That's how I knew to talk about it, Mr. Richard, and whoever else is trying to help be the bitch of a sex pervert. I've talked about it because he was recorded talking about it, and I heard the recordings, and then I knew that I needed to say something. Otherwise, how the fuck would I know that I needed to say something, Richard? It's not hard. It's not hard to get there, to figure it out. That when I'm talking about it, that means Mr. Perry was recorded. Otherwise, I wouldn't know that I needed to. And I'm not in jail now for murder. This is not an afterthought just to explain away something. I'm telling you beforehand. Mike was drugged, and sure as shit, he was. I said it 2 months before anybody else said it because Mr. Perry gets recorded all the fucking time. Wiretap orders, Richard. And when you recruit somebody to help fuck me over and commit a crime against me, please do notify them. There is a possibility they could end up with a wiretap order on them too. So you don't get sued. Charles, when you contact me, I'm going to tell you something, bitch. It pisses me off to high heaven. I mean, it makes me so mad. It makes me furious. Are you above the ground or below? As mad as I get at you, and as much as I hate your guts, and as much as we all beg my guys to hurry the fuck up, it's a bigger case than just you. You got a monstrous machine, don't you? You're all going to jail. You're not going to bother me. No one has caught your crime more than we have in your life. You really want to piss me off? And then we get more of these? You want to pester me, you want to peep and poke and period. Then you're choosing this for you. You're never going to get a date with me. You never have, you never will. You're not good enough. You're a whack job. Go get a life and get out of mine. You want to poke and peep? Then you're going to pay for it with these. You want to poke and peep, sir? You want to be a wackadoo? You want everybody making fun of you and laughing at you behind your back? Then you're choosing this right here. The more he pesters her, the more he takes her money. Things don't go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before. Your guy said that. You're pathetic, Charles. Go fucking work. You need the alibi. You fucking need the alibi. I am not shitting you. Stop contacting me and fucking don't tell me what to do. You need to remember who it is you're talking to. Don't embarrass me. Don't embarrass me. You don't have that right. You should be embarrassed. I'm asking our shrink all the time. Why the fuck isn't he embarrassed enough to stop? She goes, he doesn't know he should be. I believe him to be mentally retarded. He doesn't have a clue that this stuff should embarrass the hell out of him. That's why most people don't do it. You need a shrink. You got Alzheimer's or something. Because here we have to say the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And if I'm talking about it, Richard, we already have the recording of it. That's how I knew to say something beforehand and not after. It's not hard to put that together, Richard. You should have done that a long time ago. A long fucking time ago. If the best you can do in your life is to be the bitch of a sex pervert, Richard, that's what you aspire to, I feel bad for you. But you better start, whoever you guys recruit, you better start making them sign a waiver that they agree not to sue you if they get a wiretap on them. Because the chances are high there will be, and you need to notify them of that. You better notify them that ahead of time. Do you see this, Richard? This is what police and, I think this was Lucky Miller. I'm not sure. They won't tell me. Perry calls up here wanting us to bother Cindy all the fucking time. We don't really want to. We got real crimes to solve. He doesn't shut up. He never shuts up. Yeah, Lucky, I found the saying. That bitch is not asked, what do you think? You know what the bitch was asked to do? Fuck off. Fuck the hell off. So, Mr. Perry, you have police in Oklahoma complaining you and Matt and Josh are calling up here too much, trying to frame me for something. Jewelry scam, prostitution, drug trafficking, you guys got caught on, a murder, on and on and on. And you called Mike and you told him distance yourself from Cynthia. That didn't help him in his trial, did it? David, you're in trouble for that one more than anybody else. You're in trouble for, and anybody that talks to you, you might want to do the same thing. By the way, I owe you the truth, a disclaimer. You might have to sign something if you're going to make a phone call to me that you are being told and advised you could be wiretapped. There might be a wiretap order on me, and so everything you say is recorded too. Please don't sue me. What in the world? You're going to leave me alone. You're going to fucking leave me alone. Nobody can know when I'm going to work. I don't tell people. I don't tell anybody. I've had people around me ask me, so are you working tonight? And I won't tell them. I'll lie, but they're not going to know when I'm working. Nobody is. Nobody's going to know when I'm working. And that's a shame that I can't just be like everybody else and say, oh yeah, or no, or whatever it is. The only way you can know when I'm working is you hacked my phone. And you have cameras in my home. There's no other way. So whoever it is you have, order food through Uber Eats that you want to get me, whatever it is you're trying to do with that, Mr. Perry, make sure you get them to sign a waiver, an agreement not to sue you if they end up with a wiretap on their phone. Because they probably will. Anything that we can find to link them to you. This is part of Mr. Perry's stalking, harassment, and coercion. He's using Mr. Jones over here. Mr. Perry calls Mr. Jones, told him to order food from Cynthia on Uber Eats, and he did. And now he's got her on his little, camera at the door. Do you understand? Now, when he goes to jail, he might want to sue you because you didn't tell him that up front. You didn't give full disclosure. So you might want to start giving these people full disclosure, sir, and make them agree not to sue you if that's what happens. All right? This stuff better stop too. Mr. Perry, don't contact me. Let me tell you something. When you complain about being recorded, when you peep and poke and try to contact me and hack, the reason you pissed my guys off when you did that, because we told you to stop. I don't want to hear from you. So you choose it for you. You're choosing that. The more he pesters her, the more he takes her money, things don't go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before. When you do it anyway, after you've been told and asked and begged and pleaded with and told, don't contact me. I hate it. Don't peep, don't hack. All of that's criminal activity. Shut up and go away. And you do it anyway, you're choosing to be recorded and caught and recorded and caught and recorded and told on, and you're making everybody mad, and we all want you gone. No more of this right here. If your car, you pull up where I live, and my guys see it, probably going to get a wiretap on you too. So there's full disclosure. If you don't like that, sue Perry. Or don't help him. Same thing going through my trash. Look at this. Black SUV with the Texas plates. Black Lexus. Everybody talked about it. I talked to David about it before my arrest. Look at this. It's making everybody fucking uncomfortable. You want to send people around me. Make sure those people understand clearly. My guys can run their plates like that. And there goes your wiretap order on them. Make sure they know that's possible, that they could have that happen. And it's going to extend to a burner phone. Did you think they're stupid? Do you think my people are stupid? They're not. Look at this. 2014. Leave me the fuck alone. I said it again to Pinto in 2017. Leave me the fuck alone. Get a life. Get a grip on reality. There's nothing there. You're daydreaming. You live in pretend land. You're making a fool of yourself. And we're asking Shrink, why is he not embarrassed? He doesn't know he should be. But the reason most people don't act like him is because they would be embarrassed. You're not wanted. We're not a couple. You make my skin crawl. You make me want to barf. You're still doing this, Mr. Perry. We're going to harass the hell out of her. And then when she complains about it, like there's this guy, people doing this shit, we'll say she's harassing us. We'll try to frame her for a murder. And then if she talks about it, we'll say she's harassing us. You are trying to frame me for a murder. You have been for a long time. Ms. Richard, there's a recording about it from 2017, or I wouldn't know to say something now, would I? You wanted to plant a gun in my trunk. I wouldn't know to say something about it before you did it, would I? You're collecting my cigarettes for my work. So you can plant there on, when I didn't even smoke back then. I have more markings on my hands and fingerprints now than I had back then. Put this shit together. It's not that hard. The only way I know how to say something about it is because Mr. Perry was recorded planning it. He wants a second false arrest. The first one he fucked up. He fucked up Mike Neely's too. Mr. Perry, I want you to write this down. We're going to get Michael out of jail, and you're going to jail. And I've asked for the death penalty. Some people don't need to be here hurting good people. I want the death penalty. So if there's something about me wanting to kill someone in that way, legally, Texas has a death penalty. I believe Mr. Perry supports that. I don't know. I've actually never talked to him about it. But based on his other politics, I would venture to guess he's for the death penalty. So am I. And I feel like it's appropriate for first-degree murder of a cop. Florida has it too, Mr. Perry. And if you and David, you little princesses, think that you're going to make Mike spend the rest of his life in jail, and you're going to go around just fucking with people all the time, you're off your nut. Nobody's caught your crime like I have. You need to remember who it is you're talking to. There's not a romance. It's crime fighting, Mr. Perry. You need to look at people's background before you just start doing shit. Weirdo shit. And I'll tell you something else. Whoever out there wants to help Mr. Perry, you can. Do it, Richard. Have at it. But understand the consequences, sir. You want to be the bitch of a sex pervert, be prepared to take on everything that means and everything that goes along with that. And I'm sorry for you that that's your choice. Very sorry for you. I'm embarrassed for you, sir. I'm very embarrassed for you. I don't know what the fuck would possess somebody to stoop that low. Lucky wouldn't do it. Neither would Mike. Don't you dare again tell Mike to distance himself from me. I was his help and you knew that. Don't you dare again try to get Manfred to hurt me. Because we all know that's what you're trying to do. So it's not going to have the same effect when I know you were behind that. They wouldn't do it by themselves. They don't have anything against me. They're the ones that did that. One of them out there did this. We don't like you. Normal people don't like weird people like you. Criminals. Charles, stalking is a crime. Peeping is a crime. Hacking is a crime. It's deviant conduct. People don't like it when you do that. That's why it's a crime. So if you do things people don't like, they're not going to like you. Get the fuck out of my life and do not contact me again. Because if you do, we'll get more. So then don't complain that we get more. Because when you contact me in any form at all, when you peep and poke, when you cause me a problem or a loss or a hardship, my guys get pissed off. These guys that gave me that in jail get really mad. And they go to work. While you're sitting around on your fat, lazy ass, watching everybody else have a life pretending, peeping and poking, Perry. They go to work, and they catch your ass more than anybody else you know. So, now I'm doing the disclaimer. Use allegedly. Nobody's been convicted in a court of law yet. Apply the but for and reasonable person standard. But for Mr. Perry harassing me all fucking day again, pissing all of us off, I wouldn't need to do these podcasts. Any reasonable person would be very upset. He's causing duress. We assert all constitutional rights. Now, I'll leave you with this. This is my day, all day, every day. Mr. Perry never shuts up. It is awful. He just chooses different ways to communicate, like hacking, typing shit in my phone and my computer when I'm trying to work, jamming everything up, or having people drive by my house and start digging through my trash. And one guy he all but stopped in front of my home and just watched, just like that truck did in that picture. Get the fuck out of my life. Get the fuck out of my life. Or don't complain when you get told on. Don't do it. You asked for it, sir. McNamara email is the same thing you've been trying to do all these years. You're still not wanted. You're still a rejected fail. Go be normal and leave me the fuck alone. Because living like this is hideous.
I don't. Stop stalking me.
All of America flipped out over this. How the fuck does anyone live like she's having to live? I've been through it 10 years. You've tried to kill me 4 times. It's a lot worse than Neil here. You can't be a gentleman. You can't be normal. That's your problem. But you're gonna fucking leave me alone. All of you.
Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why you leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why you leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why you leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why you leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why you leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why you leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
Does that look fun to you? Does he look like a hot, sexy mama to you? No. You're putting me through the same thing. Just use different methods. Yours is much more dangerous, Mr. Perry. Hang on. This is the McNamara email. It's dated October 29, 2015. What this says, Mr. Perry has never stopped trying to do. Title 18 of the United States Code 1512 and 1513. He just goes at it from different angles, and then he gets recorded. And then I say something. If I say something, there's a recording about it. Otherwise, I wouldn't know to say something, would I? This is called coercion, intimidation, tampering with a witness, tampering with a victim, on it, RICO violation, racketeering, fraud, on and on and on and on. Organized crime. And you didn't get away with it this time, and I said that 5 years ago. When you fuck with me, you get caught. When you fuck with me, you get caught. When you fuck with me, you get caught. Because I have people that can do things like get me the Fabian puzzle in jail. What else was in that book you don't know about? That was, some sort of message. I didn't highlight it. You don't know. They have a lot of ways to do a lot of things, but they're catching a bad guy for the first time in his life. All of you. Leave me the fuck alone. When you piss me off, you piss them off. And God help your ass when that happens. This came from a recording, Richard. We found out it beforehand. Same as Mike Neely. Mike Neely didn't kill anybody. He was drugged. I said it in March 2020. That didn't come out in depositions of first responders until May. I've pointed that out over and over and over and over and over. If we have to get him out of jail, Mr. Perry, because you have the opportunity right now, you and David, to make amends and get some mercy in our court during sentencing. This isn't blackmail. There's no buy a lie here. What's going to happen is you can do the right thing and make an amends. It's called an amends. AA does it. It's not wrong. It's normal. You guys are all out there somewhere, so you don't understand normal. We get that. But you might get some mercy at sentencing in your criminal trial, okay? There's not going to be a cover-up here. I'm not offering. I'll keep the recordings quiet if you'll pay me. There's none of that. That's never been said. That's never been said. I want you to go to jail because then you're not around to bother me ever again. I won't have to go through shit like this ever again. You can't control yourself. Somebody else has to stop you. By the way, the law of attraction says you attract to yourself what you want. I want to be like my granddad. I would say I'm getting pretty close to it, don't you? Nobody's caught your crimes like we have. Nobody you know has caught the crime that you commit every day like we have. Nobody. So I'm closer to that goal than anybody else you know. Right? Make sure people sign a disclaimer that they've been notified that if they have any association with you at all, they could be getting a wiretap order on them. So that you don't get sued later for that. They need to be told up front. Waiver of liability. Second of all, most people, if you're somebody who is disgusted with yourself, but you don't know how to stop, you might be wanting somebody attracting someone into your life that will do it for you. This is that. This is that. We're disgusted with you, Mr. Perry. We're disturbed and creeped out by you. And you are being stopped every time we get a recording of what you just said. Now, our shrink is very concerned about your inability to respond properly to the words said to you. So I would keep that in mind too, Mr. Warman. That's a problem for you. When I tell somebody to leave me the fuck alone, by God, that's what I mean. I don't want to hear from your client. I don't want to hear from you. I want you guys to go away and leave me the hell alone. It's not hard. It's free. And it costs none of your time. Everybody else does it every fucking day. Why the fuck can't you? What the fuck great what the fuck good does it to act like this man?
Stop following me.
He's not gonna get a date.
Stop.
Everybody hates his guts. Everybody's disgusted by his behavior. And they are yours too. That's why you got leaks. That's why it's not hard to get a wiretap order, sir. Make sure you tell everybody associated with you there's a possibility they can have one too. Even on a burner phone.
Stop following me.
Stop acting like this guy.
Stop stalking me. Please,
Get some class and some dignity. This guy's Jerry Springer show.
I will.
He's a nutty.
No, 0 minutes. I don't
Stop contacting me, Charles. I hate it. Don't contact me. Don't contact me. Not in any way, shape, or form. Get out of my privacy. Mind your own business. And go live your life with your family. Leave mine and me the fuck alone. Stop acting like him.
I will. You talk to me.
Leave me alone. Should have to be said one fucking time. I've been saying it since 2014. I said it in writing. You know what a reporter said?
Stop following me.
You know what a reporter said? After she went through all of my cases, Mr. Perry, she hit the desk about 6 times. And she goes, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. All of her communications say that. Nothing here says, I don't want him to get elected. Everything she says is, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I want for that guy to leave me alone. And she goes, I've looked at everything on the docket. I've looked at everything on her Facebook, and I see nothing anywhere that says she didn't want him to get elected. Everything everywhere says, leave me the fuck alone. So that guy's full of shit, and I won't take his phone calls anymore. So there you go. You're like this guy.
You won't call the cops.
Stop! I don't. Stop stalking me! Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's what I do. Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't want to hear your voice, to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop! I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's what I do. Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't want to hear your voice, to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop! I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's what I do. Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't want to hear your voice, to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop! I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's what I do. Leave me alone.
I will.